Welcome to Impulso Inspiração, your daily fuel for reaching the top. Have you ever stopped to think about what really separates a genius from an ordinary person? Often, we've been taught that genius is a biological lottery ticket. Either you're reborn with it, or you're not. But what if I told you that the stories of the greatest icons in history, from Elon Musk to Leonardo da Vinci, prove otherwise? Genius isn't just about the what you know, but about the how you live. It's a daily construction made of rituals and mental patterns. Today, we're going to reveal the 5 habits of geniuses that shaped the brightest minds in history. We're not talking about magic formulas, but disciplines that you can start applying today to give your intelligence and productivity a boost. If you're ready to level up, go ahead and leave your like, and let's get to the code. Habit 1. Radical curiosity. The first habit is what I call radical curiosity. Geniuses never stop asking the simplest question in the world. Why? While most people accept the world as a static reality, the genius sees it as a puzzle to be solved. Albert Einstein said, "I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious." This constant thirst for learning is what science calls neophilia. Geniuses do not specialize in just one area. They seek connections between different worlds. Da Vinci studied anatomy to paint better. Steve Jobs studied calligraphy to create amazing fonts on the Mac. How to apply it? Start reading books outside your field. Question processes. At your work, never accept "that's the way it's always been" as an answer. A mind that expands with a new idea never returns to its original size. Habit 2. The flow state and deep work. The second habit is the ability for deep work. We live in a world addicted to cheap dopamine and constant notifications, but you will never see a genius producing something extraordinary while checking Instagram every 5 minutes. Brilliant minds cultivate the flow state. That moment when you lose track of time because you are fully immersed in a task. Nikola Tesla was known for working on his projects with an intensity that bordered on total isolation. To be a genius in your field, you need to learn to say no to distractions. How to apply? Set aside 90-minute blocks in your day to work on your most challenging task with your phone in another room. A genius is not someone who does more things, but someone who does what matters impeccably. Habit 3. Embracing strategic failure. The third habit is resilience. In the face of mistakes, for a genius, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a fundamental part of it. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before creating the light bulb, and his phrase went down in history: "I have not failed 1,000 times." The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. Geniuses possess what psychologist Carol Dweck calls a growth mindset. They do not see a mistake as an insult to their intelligence, but as new data for their research. They fail fast to learn fast. At InspireBoost, we believe that the fear of failing is the greatest killer of potential. How to apply? Change your language. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I learned what not to do." See each challenge as a workout for your brain. Habit 4. The mind's record. The fourth habit is constant recording. Almost all great geniuses were obsessed with notebooks, diaries, or drafts. If you could see Charles Darwin's notebooks or Marie Curie's notes, you would see an organized chaos of thoughts. Writing is not just for remembering, it's for processing. When you take an idea out of your head and put it on paper, you free up your brain's RAM to think about new things. Moreover, the act of writing helps with synthesis. The skill of simplifying the complex. Richard Feynman, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist, said that if you can't explain something simply, you really don't understand it. How to apply it. Have an insight notebook, physical or digital. Write down ideas, dreams, problems, and solutions. Organize your mental chaos through writing. Habit 5. Creative solitude and strategic idleness. Finally, the 5th habit. Solitude and strategic rest. It may seem counterintuitive, but geniuses spend a lot of time alone. Bill Gates does his think weeks in an isolated cabin. Isaac Newton had his greatest insights about gravity while he was quarantined at his family's farm, away from the noise of the university. The brain needs silence to connect the dots. It's in what we call the diffuse mode. When you're walking, taking a shower, or just staring into space. The big ideas, the eureka moments happen. A constantly busy mind has no room for originality. How to apply it? Take 15 minutes a day for total silence. No music, no podcasts, just you and your thoughts. Give your brain the space it needs to be brilliant. We conclude that genius is not a destination. It's a journey. By embracing curiosity, focus, resilience, journaling, and solitude, you are giving your brain the tools it needs to achieve the extraordinary. Which of these 5 habits do you feel you need to develop the most right now? Comment below. I want to hear your opinion. And if this video gave you that boost you needed, subscribe to InspireBoost and turn on notifications. The world needs your full potential. Let's go together. See you in the next video.